Good morning. I hope everyone is having a fabulous morning. I am going to change some things around right now so I can see what I am doing. There we go. Want to be able to see comments as they come in. So let's do it that way. Now, anyway, I hope everyone had a fabulous week last week. It was started off really nice last Monday and was great. And then the storms came through. We didn't have any kind of bad, like anything like they had down south or anything like that. But that front did hit us. But we got a lot of some more rain, quite a bit of wind. No wind damage here, so I'm very thankful for that. And then it turned cold, like really cold, and I was a little concerned because my I had planted my garden, my miniature garden, the week before that, and when it was so pretty outside, and I hope it didn't do anything. So nothing has sprouted yet, nothing has germinated yet. So maybe we're good. Maybe we're good. We're going to keep our fingers crossed on that. But anyway, so this morning I wake up and it is gorgeous outside again. And I'm hoping it doesn't show up on the screen, but if you were here with me in person, you would wonder what in the world happened, because I got glitter bombed this morning, so I feel like I got glitter all over my face. So anyway, it is what it is. You know, we roll with the punches. We roll with the punches. So what we're going to talk about today is emotional encouragement. This is something that really is close to my heart, and I love seeing people go from a point of not a lot of hope to absolutely blooming like a rose, especially when this is something that is first and foremost a part of their life. Um, so anyway, welcome to our show this morning. We are here at the Holistic Solutions for Fibromyalgia group, and we are happy you are here. I am happy you are here, and I am looking forward to spending the next couple of minutes with you to kind of see where we can go and see what we can do. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Becky Poole. I am the founder and CEO of Country Chick Solutions, where we specialize in using holistic solutions to combat the effects of fibromyalgia and everything that goes with that. So make sure that your notifications are turned on for this group, because you don't want to miss anything. We usually do a weekly show once a week, and then I am going to start picking up, making sure that encouraging posts get posted throughout the week. And if you know of something that you want us to cover in this weekly broadcast, let us know, because we are always looking for subject matter, and if we can get some subject matter, it's great. It is really great. So let's get into the broadcast of what it is going to be like today. So like I said earlier, this really speaks strongly to me, and I strongly believe that it is a very key element to healing from the inside out. Emotional encouragement is so vitally important to all of us, not just those who are suffering from a debilitating effects of fibromyalgia and everything, but this is for everyone. And if you see that little stuff going on up there in the corner, Never mind, it's just my diffuser going. I have a diffuser going every single day in my office because it keeps me grounded. It keeps me focused and everything like that. So, who else believes that emotional intelligence or emotional encouragement is very important? Put me in the comments. So, we always give to others, but we sure are chintzy in taking care of ourselves and giving ourselves the emotional encouragement that we need. It's always easier when others need us. It's always easier to give to them and make sure that they're taken care of, and instead of making sure that we're taken care of first so we can take care of them. I know it puts it on its head. I understand, totally understand. It took me a long time to get to the point where I am now, to where, you know, if I don't take care of myself first, I am of no use whatsoever to people that I'm trying to help. If we run out of gas, there is nothing that we can do to help others, because then we have put ourselves into a situation where we're stagnant. We just sit there. We can't help anybody because we're out of gas. If a vehicle runs out of gas, it's going nowhere until you put some more gas into it. So that goes back to us. Okay, if we run out of gas, then bad things happen. So don't allow yourself to run out of emotional gas. Make sure that gas tank and that encouragement meter is up to where it needs to be, is up, you know, within the normal limits, within the green part, if you want to think about it that way. Make sure that your gauge is showing close to full. And if it's not, if it's petering down towards the bottom, stop whatever you're doing and do what you need to do to get that back up into the green. Family members probably won't understand. It's not your job to make them, or to make them understand. Let me be very, very clear about this. If you have someone that does not want to understand what you are going through, let me say that again. If you have a family member or friend who does not want it, there's a totally different thing of not understanding because they don't understand it, to not wanting to understand. If they don't want to understand, it doesn't matter what you say or do. It doesn't matter how you say it. It doesn't matter to them. At that point, you have to then take control of the situation. Put yourself first. Make sure that your gas tank is full, because that's extremely hard to do. It's extremely hard when you don't have the encouragement from family members to get you to the next level. It's at that time, it's at that point, if you allow yourself to get that low, it's at that point that it might be necessary to bring someone else on board with you that understands where you're coming from, that understands, okay, this is your next step. It's baby steps to get there. You can't do everything on your own all the time. It takes baby steps to get there. Fibromyalgia didn't happen overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. Okay? So, tip number 1. If it does not help you heal and grow emotionally and physically, it is not yours to own. That is the absolute bottom line, plain and simple, plain English way of saying it. If it does not help you heal and grow emotionally and physically, then it is not yours to own. Somebody comes to you complaining about what they're going through in their life or ranting about something else, and it gets you down in the dumps. It is not yours to own. Let it roll off. Because what that's going to do is it's going to affect how you look at the day's forecast, at the day's future, and it will affect the rest of your day. Don't own it. It's not yours to own. Long ago, this is just an example, but long ago I had to learn that there were some things in life that were not mine to own. Were not mine to fix. Were not mine to make better. Trust me. I wanted so badly to own them. So badly. I wanted to help so much. But I had to learn that there are situations and circumstances that come our way and that basically we have to say no to. Not today. We have to get to that point that especially when you're dealing with a situation where you are in so much pain on a daily basis, that you have to come first. You have to come first if you want to recover. I'm not talking about being selfish and hogging all the time to yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying learn when and how to tactfully say, I am physically not able to take this on. It's okay to say that. They won't know unless you tell them. That's half of the battle. Acknowledging that, look, I am all tapped out. My meter is almost to zero, and I have got to take this time to get it back to almost full. My gas tank is on empty. I've got to take it back to where I've got to step back. Physically not able to help you right now, but I've got to step back and make sure that my gas meter is closer to full. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Nothing at all. Here's another thing. Just because someone decides to make the wrong decisions in their life and then comes to you to try to and wants you to fix it for them, that's not yours to own. Because it's not your battle. It's their battle. Just because they have an emergency in your life doesn't mean that it's an emergency in yours. So, you have to make sure that you take the time to heal and grow emotionally and physically. I'm going to repeat again what I said earlier. If it does not help you heal and grow emotionally and physically, it is not yours to own. Tip number 2. Are you discouraged because you are not where you want to be emotionally and physically? You're not making the progress that you had hoped you would be, that you had hoped you had made by now. You're not getting to, you haven't left home plate yet. I know that's a baseball analogy. Okay. You haven't left home plate yet. You can't figure out what to do. You're not making the progress. Trust me. I know what you're going through. I've been there. I went through that part. I've been there so many times prior to putting my personal plan in action. Um, it's it's something that we have to get there ourselves. So I will just tell you this: I would be 100% okay with, and I am at this point, I am 100% okay with leaving my house twice per week. Twice per week. Number one is to go to church. That's on Sunday. I go to worship on Sunday. We drive 45 minutes, between 45 and 50 minutes one way to get to worship on Sunday. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The only other time I leave the house is when I have to go get groceries. I used to work a full-time job. I was gone all the time. If I had to do that now, emotionally, I don't think I could. I was on empty all the time. Emotionally and physically, I was on empty all the time. Yes, I was still doing what I needed to do, but I had stretched myself pretty thin. Since now being at home, working from home, having my own business, I am able to make sure that that cup is full every single morning. I have noticed something too, and it's something that I have to work on all the time. So just bear with me. I know it feels like it might sound like I'm rambling here, but there is something that I have noticed since being at home a lot is my tolerance for when I leave the house, my tolerance for other people's driving has pretty much hit rock bottom. When I leave the house, I get very anxious. I get tight. My shoulders get tight. My heart starts to race because I am not. I do now. I did not used to, but I do now. I have to prepare myself to leave because I know if I don't, by the time I get back home from getting groceries or going to church or whatever, because of the anxiety surrounding leaving my comfort zone here at the house to going out there and then coming back in, it would completely wear me out. Like, it was a huge trigger point for me. And now that I understand what's going on, I can work around it. I can make sure that I bolster, that I make sure that that tank is full before I leave the house. That's one of the reasons why I know that emotional encouragement is so important. It is my mission to make sure that people's tanks are full. I have to fill my tank first. No doubt about it. I have to fill my tank first. But once my tank is full, then I can go and fill other people's tanks too. And that's why I'm here. We got to take the good, the bad, the ugly with it and learn from things as we go along, but keep moving in the right direction. We can't, we've got to be open to new experiences. We have to be, We have to be teachable. We have to be coachable. We have to have an open mind. It's part of living life. So that was tip number 2. Are you guys getting any value from this? Is any of this speaking to you? Does this make any sense to you? Hey Gloria, how are you? I'm seeing part of the messages come through and then other parts aren't. So if you are on here and you haven't introduced yourself, go ahead and do that, because I always like to see who's on. Hey Laura. Hey Laura. Wonderful, wonderful. But anyway, tip number 3, and this is our last tip of the day, is if you are struggling with finding the encouragement in the day, finding that emotional balance for the day, see if you can't find an accountability partner. Somebody who will be an encouragement to you in spite of whatever disappointments that you might be having or experiencing, in spite of a diagnosis that you did not want. Which one of us wanted a fibromyalgia diagnosis? Absolutely not me. I had too much to do and too many people to see. But despite any kind of bad news that you might not be prepared for, someone to stand by you, someone to add to your cup of encouragement, someone to pick you up emotionally and possibly at times physically when you're not able to do that for yourself, and someone to help you try again. If you have some bad habits that you have to unlearn, plug them in. Try to work together to replace it with something good. You can do it because you are a unique and extraordinary person. Okay? Like Anne Frank said, and I was reading it this morning on my when I was gathering some stuff together for something that's happening a little bit later today. She said, no one has to wait to do something good. And I was like, whoa, that is okay. No one has to wait to do something good. That is one person who went through the lowest of the low in life. If I went through what she had to go through, I'm pretty sure I would have been broken. I mean, to the point where there would be no coming back. So if Anne Frank can do it, all of us can do it. All of us can do it. Small-minded thinkers make excuses, take shortcuts, hoping to get something for very little or nothing. I do not believe. In fact, I know if you are in this group, you are a part of a group of big thinkers. You take responsibility for your successes. The high road might be longer, but you will find that it is a lot more focused, has a lot fewer distractions, is better for you all the way around, because it helps you to understand steps along the way to get to a better solution for you. And it has long-term effects. If you take shortcuts, shortcuts are for short-term successes, and then you have to do it all over again. If you build that foundation, if you put the groundwork in, if you put the grunt work in, you've got a foundation that you can build on. Might take you a while, but you've got a foundation that you can build on. Part of my mission and goal when I started this group back in, it's hard to believe that it's been almost a year. When I started this group back in August of last year, my mission and goal was to help as many people as possible to understand and to live life fully in spite of a fibro-diagnosis or in spite of chronic pain. Um, this is still and first and foremost and will always be uh, my mission and goal. So, if you are ready to move forward, let us know how we can help. We are here every step of the way. If you are needing an accountability partner, let us know. Let me help you pick you up when you feel like you can't take another step by yourself. So, I know it's a shorter broadcast today, but we still have a couple of spots left for discovery calls this week. So if you want to get in on one of those free 15-minute calls, let us know. We'll help. We will start to help. I will start to help you establish a starting point. So I will put the link in the comments for you when you after I get through. Gloria, I am 73 years old. In my fibro journey, I find that I am now inspired in the morning to encourage someone else that day instead of me needing all of the encouragement. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. It's not like that every day, but most days I do get tired easily, but I take the time to rest and rebuild and then get going again. That is what this is all about. That is what this is all about. Wow. That's powerful. That's powerful. If we can help each other get to where we want to go, that makes everything worthwhile. So anyway, one last thing I want to do is there is a video in guide number 1 inside of the group. There is a video in guide number 1 that's titled special announcement. There, what I'm trying to do is to try to touch as many people as I can. And what it is you will get me for a whole day. It is limited to the first 20, but you will get me for a whole day of brainstorming, of finding solutions, of getting an inside look of behind the scenes of what the program is about. But you get to experience it for one whole day. Okay? And like I said, it is limited to the first 20 people. We have to have at least 20 people to take advantage of the opportunity because of how it's set up. And once we have those 20 people, we will move forward with it. It might not be for a couple of months, but it might be within the next month. So I'm hoping it's within the next month. So, but listen to that special announcement video inside of guide number 1, and then go down to there is a poll in guide number 1 as well. Go down to that poll and respond to that poll, so that I know that when you respond to that poll, it tells me who it is, so I can make sure that I make contact with you and see what we need to do. But what and for that whole day, it's only $50. So it would start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we would do it's a virtual all day thing. We take a couple of breaks in between, but you will get me for the whole day. It's not 12 hours. I can promise you it's not 12 hours, it's not 10 hours. But we will see what we can do. I am still in the process of making sure that I bring as much value as I possibly can for you for that $50 investment. And then but anyway, respond to that so I know, so I can move forward with that and make sure that I jam pack that for it's what I call my VIP day. So you get all kinds of information, and you get all kinds of value and stuff on the inside of that. So anyway, have a great Monday, everyone. I hope you are planning on doing something special today. If not, make yourself a cup of tea. Enjoy the day. It's sunshine out, and I am going to sign off for now. So, bye for now.